Hello again, we are back. And today we're going to learn about the RPC damage texts, alright? We have all of our special goblin guys lined up, and as we walk around, the closest goblin to us will sometimes say hello, right? That's handled by this RPC damage text that you see here. RPC calls are something that have their own dedicated doc section, so I encourage you to check it out. There are a lot of RPC calls, and I've only actually used like 7 or 8 of them. My favorite ones are these ones and the teleport ones. It's another example of something that you all could experiment with, and when you learn new things, share them with us here on the YouTube channel or in Discord or in Valheim World Editing. It really helps everyone else. That being said, let's find the damage RPC in the docs. Here we go, we have the DamageText RPC, all right? And I want to get you a little bit familiar with how to read the format of the documentation, because you can't just copy this exactly like this, but it is a good way to start. You see, if you copy it that way, you might not know the right format, but generally this is what you would do. The vector is basically the location, so you use brackets and then x, comma, z, comma, and then y, okay? This is going to tell the client to put that text where at this exact spot, okay? Now, don't forget, you gotta get rid of these quotation marks. And for the Boolean, you can just set it to true. And for the string, this is your actual message, right? So it would be like, message goes here. Now for the confusing part. If you notice, the goblins say hello in this kind of orange, right? We actually have a little bit of control over that, and it's all handled with this enum here. It actually tells us which one is which. We can see here that there's normal, resistant, weak, immune, heal, too hard, blocked, and bonus. And then their values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 8 different ones, okay? Then there's one more thing you have to do, which is add this, target all. If you don't add this, basically it'll only show up to one person. In general, you should always put target all in your client RPCs, unless you have a reason not to. So let's get rid of this little example, and let's set the damage text value to 0 instead of 7. Now, as we walk near the goblin, we can see that they say hello, but it's in this little red text. It's actually pretty hard to read it before it fades out. And that's something you have to keep in mind. Generally, the red text is not good for guaranteed information, but it works well for flavor text. I recommend that you use 7, okay? If you want, you can use 4, which is green, but it's also small and easy to miss. 7's the easiest to read because it's actually bigger than everything else. So now that you understand there are these RPC calls and we can use them to make the text show up, let's get into what's actually happening here and what an RPC call is. If you just want to do single player Valheim and you're making scripts for your own usage and you don't expect to play with other people, then it's not as important that you understand what an RPC call is. But if you're playing in multiplayer or developing for it, then you need to understand RPC calls, otherwise you're going to get pretty confused when things happen that don't make sense to you. Let's take a step back here and really ask that question, what is an RPC call? I mean, it must be something important because look at them, there are so many of them. Item drop, incinerator, footsteps, fishing, fish, feasts, the message, the damage, container RPCs, bed RPCs. What are these things? Well, RPC calls aren't unique to Valheim. They are remote procedure calls. And they're used in loads of situations where there's networks and multiple clients. An RPC call is essentially a command that the server sends to the client, or the player, and then the client does something. So when Special Goblin Guy says hello, there is no hello text on the server. It doesn't exist, nothing's there. What's happening is the server is sending an RPC call to the client, And that's why you have to give it this kind of exact position. The server is then telling each player, hey, show this message on your screen. Make sense? And that's why there are so many different RPC calls, because Valheim is a multiplayer game and you need to deal with networking and communicating what's happening to other people. Let's say, for example, that I build a smelter and then I were to start loading it with coal. This has to then also happen for the other players on the server, right? So how does that happen? Well, the act of me doing it is noticed by the server, and then it sends RPC calls to the other players for that game object. And it tells their clients, okay, this thing has changed. Now it has 10 coal in it. And that's the basics of RPC calls. They're necessary for multiplayer, but in EWP scripting, you can think of them more like tool sets. There are a lot of things that need to be sent to the other players in multiplayer. If you catch a fish, it can't be there for the other player, can it? If you pick up an item, it needs to disappear, right? If you mine a rock, then that rock needs to take damage, and then all the other players need to get a copy of the new damaged piece of rock, right? And so that's why you can find RPC calls for all of this kind of stuff. There are many of them. There's too many for me to explain all of them in the course. So instead, I'm just going to bring them up from time to time when they're relevant. In the next video, we're going to go over the priority of messaging the player, when you can say something a certain way and afford to have the player miss it, and when you must make sure that the player sees the message. There's a different priority there, right? So you're going to learn about all of that in the next episode. If you want to support my work, then consider supporting me on Patreon, liking this video, subscribing to the channel, or sharing the course with one of your friends who might be interested in game design or Valheim scripting. Sharing the video with a friend is honestly the most supportive thing you could do, so if you want, I would really appreciate that. Either way, I'll see you in the next video where we learn more about communicating with our players. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.